story. About 7 years ago, I went into the OBGYN with a routine visit, and I was diagnosed with PCOS. PCOS stands for polycystic ovarian syndrome. Some of the side effects that affect me are darkening of spots, which is like in my armpits and on the back of my neck, hair loss. A reasoning why my hair is curly is because I got it permed so that it's not as noticeable, because if my hair is straight, I have lots of bald spots. Weight gain, I've gained over 100 pounds in 1 year, and I have not been able to get it off. No matter what weight loss, drug, or diet, or low carb, or anything at all, my body turns everything into fat, which is proven. Yeah, all of the foods you eat, they turn it into sugar, which makes your body gain weight. I do not ovulate, which it causes me to have infertility. I have high blood sugar, not diabetic. I get A1Cs done every year, and my A1Cs are totally fine. But if you were to test my blood sugar, it's high, and that is because of the PCOS. I also do not get a period because of the PCOS. So if I'm looking down, it's because I have some notes here. So when I got diagnosed with PCOS, they automatically put me on metformin. Metformin is supposed to regulate your periods and bring down your sugar. The problem with the metformin I was on is the doctor had put me on triple the amount that I was supposed to be on, so my blood sugar was plummeting, and it also makes you have to go to the bathroom uncontrollably at all times. It does not matter. It's like boom, and you have to go to the bathroom. I finally took myself off of that metformin, and I went on with my life. And when my husband and I really seriously started to look into getting pregnant, we went to the fertility center, and that is about 40 minutes away. And when I went to the fertility center, they did a bunch of tests on me. All of my levels were fine, except my thyroid was a little high, and I had PCOS. So they put me on thyroid medication, and they put me on another form of metformin, which is metformin ER, which is metformin extended release, which means it slowly releases metformin throughout the day, and that worked pretty well. After that, they put me on Provera to start a period, and they put me on 1 round of Clomid. That, of course, didn't work. And Clomid is to make you ovulate. And when that didn't work, they had me go get an HSG test done. And I will do a video on that if you want to know my experience. During the HSG test, it usually takes 1 or 2 tries. They were going on 8 or 9 and calling extra doctors in to find that there was a tumor blocking my cervix, and so they couldn't get the test done because the tumor was there. So they were trying to shove the IV or needle through the tumor, and they couldn't get it. So April 2 years ago, I ended up having surgery, and I got the tumor removed. They labeled it as hypoplasia, I'm pretty sure it was called. After it was removed, they didn't remove the whole thing. They got as much as they could out, and then they said that everything was fine, that my tubes were clear, and that the tumor was removed, and so I should be able to get pregnant. After that, they put me on Provera again to start my period. They gave me Clomid, and they expected me to ovulate. I did ovulate, but I did not get pregnant. The next couple rounds, I did Clomid, and then I moved on to Femera. I did 1 round of Femera, and I ended up for some reason, which they don't understand, I ended up bleeding out uncontrollably and I ended up in the ER. They gave me Provera to stop what they call this period, and they made an emergency appointment for me to go in so they can get an ultrasound done to tell me why and where I was bleeding from. When I went in for the appointment, I got the ultrasound done, and the doctor was baffled that I was there to see why I was bleeding. They had thought I was there for a mid-check to see if I had enough follicles to get pregnant. Apparently, my lining was great, I had awesome follicles, and so they automatically wanted me to get on a trigger shot. After I took the trigger shot, I was supposed to get pregnant. There was absolutely no reason why I wouldn't get pregnant, they said. My lining was awesome, I had follicles, like all these things lined up, and I got the trigger shot. So, I took everything I was supposed to. We did everything we were supposed to do, and we didn't get pregnant. After that, we had the official sit-down meeting with our doctor, and he said that they've pretty much done everything that they can. At this point, we've done injectables, we've done trigger shots, we've done Clomid, Femera, we've done everything. There should be no reason why I'm not pregnant, and they can't figure out why, except my body just won't ovulate. So after we sat down, we signed a bunch of paperwork to do the next step, which is, it was the step before IVF. It wasn't an IUI because they said that an IUI probably wouldn't work, so they didn't want to waste our money. So we went on and we signed this paperwork, and then we decided that we're not sure what we're going to do. It's a lot of stress, and it's a lot of money, and a lot of trauma on somebody's body to go through as many hormones and injectables and medications and timing, and it's a lot on somebody. And to have that heartbreak for years, it was tearing myself apart, it was tearing my husband apart. We have these 3 great kids that don't come from me, and all we want is a child of our own. And for some reason, we're not getting it. We have prayed a lot about this, and we've tried to decide what we were going to do and what God wants us to do. Do we want to foster, adopt? Do we keep going? Do we save up for an IVF? This year, I've applied for 2 IVF grants. One was for the Ellie and Jared grant, and the second one was through a radio station. And sadly, we did not get the Ellie and Jared grant. Our name wasn't even brought up. And we haven't heard anything from the other grant. So now we're on to, what do we do? What are we supposed to do? I am not sure at this point what we're going to do. It's up in the air. I do know that it's very heartbreaking going through this, and I don't know how much more that we can do it before we just say enough is enough, and maybe we just weren't ever supposed to have kids together. So far, I feel like I've missed a lot out, but that is my infertility journey. We've done from the very beginning to now. I also forgot to add that my husband also went through testing, and everything was fine with him, so he's not a worry. Everything lays on my shoulders, which I will make another video about that. I'll make another video about my HSG experience, and I will make more videos about infertility and how we handle that as a step parent, and how does somebody handle that on their own. But if you have any questions, please put them below. Leave a comment, like, whatever you want. I I feel like I'm missing a lot, but if you have any questions, I'm open. Honestly, I'm a free book. I've been through everything. I have nothing to hide, and my hope is that I can help another person. So if you have any questions, please put them below, and I will talk to you later. Bye.